Let's go to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Let's talk about Tennessee. I have Joe Milton up there, but he will not be playing. It'll be Nico Amaliave
Let's see it, Nico.
against
Let's see it.
Iowa. Iowa catching 6.5. Wow. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was ready to lay it with Iowa. I was ready to take Iowa straight up. And then them actually saying Joe Milton was not going to be playing, it had a negative effect on me. I thought because in the line dropped, like it dropped from like what was it, like +9 to 6.5, and I was like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "How did this line not move the other direction?" I'm like, "What I've seen from Nico, which is minimal action, I'm like, how much worse can it get?" Now here's the thing, Iowa freshman quarterback, that does not mix very well.
Terrible recipe.
Terrible recipe right there. That they're going to confuse the absolute poop out of Nico Maliava. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. If you're in the comments and you want to like spell out how I'm supposed to be pronouncing that, please let me know. I think I'm doing a good enough job. So we're just gonna like let it slide. All right, probably for now. But yeah, I mean, Iowa, of course you don't have Cooper DeJean or DeJean. It does not matter, it seems like. It did not matter in these last couple games.
I think it does. So
It does
I
matter, but
have
like
to.
it didn't matter in the last couple games of the season.
Correct.
Even against Michigan, like that defense balled out. They absolutely impressed the ever living crap out of me. It also encouraged me to select a certain side in a particular bowl game that we will have yet to talk about. For Tennessee, you got a lot of guys that you're missing on this team. No Tyler Barron, who's your best pass rusher by far, right? You're not gonna have Wesley Walker starting safety. You're not gonna have Slaughter at corner. You're not gonna have Tamarian McDonald at corner. Now, granted, he hasn't played in a couple weeks. No Joe Milton, no Jalen Wright, no Jabari Small. Now, uh, they have a third string running back there. That's really, 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 really solid. So, as a guy, Samson, as a Texas A&M fan, when I watched him play, I thought Samson was very, very good. So I'm not super concerned about the Jabari Wright, uh, sorry, Jalen Wright, Jabari Small, dealio. But I think Iowa will confuse Nico, and I do think Iowa is going to Iowa their way to a victory. I will be taking them +6.5, and I will also be taking them to win straight up in this game, which is wild of me to say that, but I'm gonna do it. And they did to Kentucky last year. They've done it to every single team this year except Michigan, Minnesota, and well, Penn State. That's it.
They did it to Minnesota though. They just didn't win the football.
Yeah, exactly. So they've done it to pretty much every team. I expect them to do it again, but I expect them to possibly score with all these defensive opt-outs for Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know. I cannot see Iowa moving the football consistently against Tennessee. I just really can't. I do think Tennessee, their defense is a little bit better than I think people give them credit for, or at least expected them at the beginning of this year. I think Iowa just whatever you think of them offensively is just 1,000 times worse. The thing is explosive plays in the run games. That is their calling card. Let's play good defense, win the field position game. By the way, if Torrey Taylor's playing, that's so huge for Iowa. I think sounds like he will.
Yeah.
One last goal for him there. He has been such a weapon for them. I'm really excited to see Nico play for Tennessee. See what he's got. I actually do like Joe Milton a little bit more than other people. I was low on him at the beginning of the year because I thought he was a little bit overrated. And now I think people have cooled on him a little bit too much and blamed a little bit too much of the problems that Tennessee's had on him. I think this is a really interesting matchup. I don't know if Tennessee can run the ball as well as they would like to against that Iowa front, and they're going to have to lean on Nico a little bit more with some banged up wide receiver core. No Rue McCoy, no Dante Thornton, a couple other guys. Like it's tough. It's tough sledding out there for Nico, and he's going to be thrown into the fire right there. Very excited to see how he responds. We saw a guy like Jackson Arnold, true freshman talented guy, makes some mistakes, very up and down. We love the promise that he showed at times there, but obviously they threw 6 picks or had 6 turnovers and obviously lost the game against Arizona. And the thing is, if you're turning the ball over even 2 to 3 to 4 times against Iowa, you're not going to win the football game. You cannot lose a turnover battle by that much and win a football game against a team like Iowa. I'm going to regret doing it, but I'm going to take Tennessee -6.5. I just cannot put my faith in Deacon Hill to move the football. It scares me to death that they're going to get a couple short touchdowns or long touchdowns, quick touchdowns, whatever you want to call it. and yeah, and Tennessee, can't move the ball. It's going to be a very ugly stalemate type of game, but you know what? I'm here for it. I think football fans are going to really enjoy it, and I think people are going to be tuning in to see Nico play because that is a real big deal. He is the guy there for the future, hopefully for Tennessee, and we'll love to see what he can do against a very respected Iowa defense.
Let's go Thick Vic.